and welcome back to my channel. This is Mackenzie, and today we are outside in my garden because I have some very exciting news. Today was my first ever squash harvest, and you guys, I literally cannot believe how fast these grow, and just the fact that I literally grew this all myself. So I figured I would take you guys along with me while I cooked these up and prepared a nice little side dish for us tonight. Let me just show you guys my garden while I'm out here too. It's kind of thriving, not gonna lie. So here are my three main squash plants. These guys are tipped over currently because it was raining earlier and it's been really windy, but don't worry about that. So I just harvested from this plant and this plant, and as you guys can see, I have other little babies sprouting up already, so we're gonna have squash a lot, so I better get really good at preparing them. And then over here I also have these two little plants. I'm not really sure what happened with these two because I planted the seeds on the same day and put them outside on the same day, and they're not really growing the same. Compared to these guys, little underwhelming, but my flowers are a little dried up because it has been super hot this summer, but that is where we're at in terms of the squash. I'm literally so proud of myself. I never thought I was gonna be growing my own food, and here we are. So this is in a different area of my garden, and we have some little daisies sprouting up here. I am really impressed because I literally killed all of these at the beginning of the year, or at the beginning of the season, and thankfully they have come back to conquer, so pretty thrilled about that. Over here we have another squash plant, which I actually had indoors, which is why it is in a pot and not with the rest of them, because I kind of wanted to do a little experiment to see which ones would turn out better, and no shocker here, it was the ones outdoors. But as soon as I put this guy outside, he put out a bunch of new leaves, and now he has a little flower and baby squash starting there as well. I don't know if you can see it, that's really small, but those little white dots right there, I think that was a fungus of some sort, so I did treat it, and as you can see, they are not on any of the other leaves, just the original two leaves. But yeah, that is my little baby garden. Not too big, obviously, because I do live in an apartment complex, but I will come back to you guys when I start cooking up the squash. Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I just got home. I was at the park editing, and oh my gosh, the sunset was so pretty tonight, and it was just the chillest vibes, and that's what I needed because my footage was just really overwhelming me. So insert clip of that here. Videos literally never do the sunset justice, but this is definitely one of the prettier ones. Okay, so tonight on the menu, we are going to be making squash marinara, and you can also throw in some zucchini with this as well, but obviously I'm just going to be using my fresh squash that I just harvested because I'm really excited about it. So what you're going to need for this recipe is obviously 2 summer squash, or you can use a mixture of zucchini and summer squash like I said, 1/4 of an onion, some good old marinara sauce. I am definitely not making my own. I'm using just some store brand tomato basil sauce and some Parmesan cheese. I have this Orcutt dairy-free Parmesan cheese, which is actually made out of grated cashews because I'm trying to stick to that dairy-free grind. So I'm just going to wash off the squash and we will get right into it. Okay, so now that my squash is all clean, we are gonna go ahead and cut this up just lengthwise. We're gonna keep the skin on and everything else, and then we're going to saute it with some butter, and I forgot, you are also going to need some extra virgin olive oil or any other oil that you have for this recipe as well, so that we can saute the onion. You can also throw in a clove of garlic with this as well, but I don't have any garlic, so we're just making do what we have because we still in quarantine, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is take our onion and chop it up really finely, and go ahead and saute this over medium-low heat until it gives us an aroma in the room, and that's when we're gonna go ahead and put our squash in as well. went ahead and turned it to a little bit more than medium heat just because it wasn't making that sizzle sound that you want when you put it on the pan. So sorry guys, still new at this. But while that is cooking, we are going to go ahead and cut up our squash. Okay, so now that our onion has had about 5-ish minutes to get happy in the pan, we're gonna go ahead and add like 2-ish more tablespoons of olive oil, just enough so your squash isn't gonna stick and burn to the pan, and throw our squash in the pan. Still keep that on medium heat for about 5-ish minutes until it starts to soften, and then we're gonna lower it to low heat and cover it for like 20 minutes so that it can simmer. Cooking for about 5-ish minutes and the squash is getting a little softer, I'm going to go ahead and cover that and turn it down to a low heat and let that simmer for 20 minutes. Hi guys, I am back. So it has been just about 20 minutes for the squash simmering, and we're gonna go ahead and try it and see if it's tender enough. Obviously this is all like personal preference, but I like my squash really tender, so. Oh yeah. It's perfect. Obviously, you can leave it like this if you want, just with like the olive oil, and put some more salt and pepper on it as you want. But personally, I like a little bit more flavor in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and take our marinara sauce and just put that in with the squash, turn it back up to medium heat just so this can heat up. And yeah, then we're gonna get to playing. So our summer squash marinara is complete. As you guys saw, I just topped this off with some salt, pepper, and dairy-free cashew Parmesan cheese, and it is time to try this. That is cooked perfect. 20 minutes on simmering was the perfect amount of time to cook this. This is actually like so good. And if you don't use too much olive oil, it's really good for you too. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy that I literally grew this from a seed. That's like so much more satisfying because I just like literally did every single aspect of this myself. Obviously not the marinara, that is definitely from the store, but would not change a thing. I also want to test this out with you guys too. I just got this from the liquor store. It was my first time going into the liquor store as a legal adult, and I haven't tried this yet. It's an Absolute Vodka Rita. What has it got? It's only got 10% alcohol in it, so it's kind of similar to wine. Let's try it out. It's actually really good. I was gonna say I can't even taste the alcohol in it at all, but like after a few seconds, as you could probably see on my face, it kind of just sneaks up on you, you know? Alright guys, this has been the end of my garden tour and how to make summer squash marinara. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you try this recipe out yourself, be sure to snap some pictures and tag me in all of your recipes. My Instagram is Mackenzie_Orcutt and my Twitter is Mackenzie Orcutt. Do not forget to subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed, and turn on post notifications below so you are notified notified every time I post a new video. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today, and as always, do not forget to stay smiling. Peace!